NVIDIA is in talks to back AI startup Perplexity at a valuation above $30 billion, and that number is the story tonight. Perplexity's annualized revenue has tripled to $750 million since January, driven mostly by enterprise contracts. So the proposed price tag works out to roughly 40 times revenue, a stretched multiple even by 2026 AI standards. It is 50% above the $20 billion round Perplexity closed just 11 months ago in September 2025. NVIDIA is already on the cap table, and searches the exact workload that burns its GPUs by the hour. The information broke the story on August 23. Neither NVIDIA nor Perplexity has confirmed the talks yet. Treat the number as reported, not signed, but if it prints, it resets the bar for private AI valuations into fall. Watch NVIDIA's own multiple at tomorrow's open. It is the funder and the beneficiary in the same trade. The bigger tape reaction today came from Memory, a report that Trump could let Apple buy Chinese chips. SanDisk fell about 9% to $14.58 in early Monday trading. Micron dropped 7% to $8.97, and Western Digital fell 7% to $4.29. The ADR for SK Hynix, Korea's memory giant, slid 5% to $154. The report says Apple could source DRAM from CXMT and NAND from YMTC, but only for iPhones sold inside China. Analysts pushed back. The tech gap with Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron is still wide, they argue. The Korea question at tomorrow's open: does the SK Hynix ADR sell-off carry back to Seoul, or fade overnight? Intuit posted 10% revenue growth to $8.56 billion in fiscal Q3, beating in all four segments. GAAP diluted EPS rose 11% to $11.09, non-GAAP EPS climbed 10% to $12.80. The QuickBooks Online ecosystem grew 19%, or 22% if you strip out MailChimp. Management raised the full-year outlook and leaned hard on an AI platform pitch. Then, on the same day, Intuit said it is cutting 17% of the workforce. Hold both facts at once: growth up, guide up, headcount down. The AI platform is doing the cutting. Apple laid off more than 200 employees, per Bloomberg, 8 days before John Ternus takes over as CEO. The Vision Pro gaming development team was completely disbanded. The 3D video production unit was reduced, and roughly 100 Syrian software infrastructure roles were eliminated. That looks like a house-cleaning move. Bad news booked under the outgoing chief, so the new one starts with a clean slate on September 1st. Quick hits from the Afterbell tape. Booz Allen closed its $720 million acquisition of Ultra Inc., adding encryption and edge compute. Vertex reported successor drug ALYFTREK jumped 266% to $574 million. The flagship Trikafta is shrinking by design. Shell drew non-binding bids for its $8 billion U.S. chemicals arm from Exxon, LyondellBasell, Apollo, and Kuwait Petroleum. Palo Alto Networks booked a $177 million quarterly loss. Chronosphere and CyberArk explain almost all of it. Agilent's Q2 net income surged 58%, but core revenue growth was just 6.3%. And GM's operating income fell 31%, a $2.3 billion EV realignment charge is doing the damage. Watch item for tomorrow's open: the memory names, Micron, SanDisk, SK Hynix, and whether NVIDIA's multiple flinches on the Perplexity headline. After a red day for chips, either the tape confirms the fear, or dip buyers show up early. That is your bell-to-bell for August 24th from LineVest Daily. Subscribe to this channel so tomorrow's briefing lands the moment the U.S. market closes. Full write-ups are at LineVestNews.com.